What's up, everybody? My name's Chris Marshall with my boy Frank G. We are the hosts of Build Your Empire podcast. Frank G, tell the people what we do.
What's up, Chris? Build Your Empire. We like to discuss sports, entertainment, pop culture, behind-the-scenes actions, and some investments. Right now, we are currently doing the April 30 for 30 challenge, 15-minute episodes. It is a little hard to find structure from everyday episodes, but we are not giving up, and more to come soon.
Yeah, well, it sounds like you're still trying to find structure within your intro. Don't worry. It'll get there. We will get there.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. So this Sunday, it's a lousy Sunday. Me and you were out pretty late, pretty shot, pretty tired, but here we are, 30 for 30. Every time I think we're going to not do a show, here we are.
Yeah, well, that's because we just can't give up. We're at the home stretch, man.
Yeah, it certainly would suck to give up or miss a day at day 26 of 30.
Yeah, man. With 4 more episodes after this, that would just be silly.
Well, I mean, you could just technically put out 2 shows in one day and still get the 30 for 30.
That is facts, but I think
Doesn't feel right.
does not feel right. We're
Doesn't
just
feel right.
not looking to do that.
Yeah, it just doesn't feel right. I was thinking earlier my story for Memory Lane Monday, and I think I have a doozy. It's another Miami 305 story. Apparently, shit goes down
As
in the MIA.
As requested, another Miami story.
It was requested, so I'm going to deliver. I'm certainly going to deliver. Hopefully you can deliver maybe a more brighter story than the one you had last, although I guess that turned into a 180, if you will.
A 180. Yeah, a little bright light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah, well, there should always be a bright light at the end of the tunnel, unless the tunnel is enclosed at the end of it.
Sometimes the tunnel just feels like it's ongoing long, but there is a light. You'll get there. Just keep walking.
Yeah, unless you just keep walking and there's no back entrance or no exit, and you just realize it's closed off.
Well, metaphorically speaking, let's hope it is not like that. Got to pull through.
Yeah, I remember I did a Spartan race, and I was like in this tunnel. It was like a 3-foot tunnel with like water, and I'm sitting there crouched with a bunch of rocks cutting up my knees and shit. And I was like, man, there's got to be a light at the end of this bitch.
Yeah, that sounds pretty rough, man. I mean, 3-foot space with water.
Maybe 4. I mean, 3 foot small. It was certainly like crawling, but you couldn't crawl because it was water with rocks in it. It's certainly hard.
So you're just like squatting and walking. That sounds uncomfortable.
It was awful.
But it is the Spartan race, so it is not really supposed to be easy, right?
No, 8 miles, 25 obstacles. So I suppose it's not supposed to be easy, but is it supposed to be painful like that? I mean, that sucks.
I don't know. I guess maybe there was a better way to get through it. I don't know. I've never done one. I've always wanted to. I've never really looked into it. You did this a long time ago.
Yeah, I did it because I had an ex-girlfriend who pretty much, who left me for a military dude. And I was always like, if I had 3 lives, I would devote 1 to a military life.
Really?
If I had 3 lives, right?
Okay.
I'm not going to devote my 1 life to a military life because that's just a lot to handle.
Yeah, I mean, that's certainly a big responsibility. Away from family,
sure,
deployed, guns.
But I was always curious to do boot camp, but I did not want to sign up to join the military and do boot camp. So the Spartan race to me was the closest thing to a boot camp.
And what is this kind of like? You wanted to prove that you can be a military man?
I don't know what it was. Well, it was. I guess it was. It was a mental discipline in my own head to see if I can replicate something that is extremely difficult.
Yeah, I mean, certainly difficult. Maybe you should try a full marathon next.
I thought about it, but I don't. I mean, I'm definitely not in that shape anymore, and it would take. I mean, I trained for this bitch. It takes probably 4 to 6 months of training, legit training, and all you're doing is running and just doing these weird workouts, and they suck. When marathon's purely running, which is extremely boring, and running is weird. I don't get out of breath, but like my body just hurts. So I'm like, fuck it.
Yeah, I mean, that certainly could happen. I mean, getting a little older, maybe you need to stretch a little bit. I don't know. I like to run, but certainly not marathon lengths. I don't know. That just seems like that would take much longer to train for. And that's, you got to run like, I don't even, a countless amount of miles a day.
And are we talking about the 26 miles or are we talking half that?
I mean, 26, either or, it's
I
definitely
mean,
difficult.
there are people who are overweight and out of shape who mentally still complete those.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you really want to accomplish it, I think you could. Although my body was getting ready to break down at the Spartan race at the end of it. Like I literally broke down. You had to carry this like 40-pound or 60-pound cinder block attached to a rope in sand, and you had to like drag it in like a circle, like around something, right? So
Mm-hmm.
this is towards the end. Yeah, I'm like, I ran 7.5 miles. I did a bunch of shit. My knees and calves are shot. You want me to drag this fucker? I was like, I quit. I'm done. Where do I walk to like go get
Wow.
some Kool-Aid? And
Seven.
the guy looked at me. He literally is like, bro, this is the second to last obstacle. You just have to do this, go over that hill there, and you're completed. I was like, all right, I guess I'll do it.
Good thing for that guy, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, there was a one point where I pulled my calf and I was like hurting, and there was I'm like all alone, and there was an
All
ambulance.
alone,
Yeah,
too.
you're all alone. There's ambulance guys, and I'm like, guys, I fucked up. Like, I don't know what's going on. They stretched me out, and then I was good to go.
Yeah, I don't know. The reason I don't know if I would ever do like a full marathon is for I've heard like stories of people's toenails falling off afterwards. They're just
Yeah,
bleeding,
yeah.
blisters.
Oh, it's the worst.
And like, I don't know. Apparently, some people may shit themselves because you're running, fucking bouncing. I don't fucking know.
I've never heard that one.
Yeah, I mean, I read it once. You run so much. I mean, it's all gravity. Yeah, you bounce
What?
as you're running. It's all gravity. Everything's falling a little bit. Boom,
Of
boom,
course,
boom,
it's
boom.
gravity, but I mean, I've never shit myself running in general.
Well, you haven't ran 26 straight miles. I don't know how many people really shit themselves, but I read it once.
I'm sure it's a very small percentage.
Yeah, well,
I always wondered how come people don't shit themselves on a commute, like an hour and a half commute, like on a train or a bus. Like eh, more people should be shitting themselves.
yeah. I was gonna say I just don't want one of those stories, man.
Personally, no, but it would be really funny where like 5 rows ahead of me, someone shitting themselves,
Yeah,
and
five rows
everyone go,
ahead.
oh, ew.
You'd be super tight if it was
If you
right next
sit
to you.
next to you, yeah. I mean,
That guy's got to get off the bus. No.
but what if you're on a highway going to the city or something? Like you can't get off.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I obviously I used to commute to Manhattan, and an hour and a half. Sometimes you really got to use the restroom there.
That's my point.
But
Is you're doing that 5 days a week, twice a day. Like everyone has their bowels under control here.
yeah, I mean, just assuming that's natural, unless you got some bladder or sphincter problem.
I hear you, but I mean, I would imagine it's natural when you're running. You're not going to shit yourself either.
Yeah, so maybe it works the same way. You just mind knows not to shit yourself. This ain't the time.
No, but I'm sure when you're getting ready to run a marathon, it's probably in your head like, all right, let's go. Let's go to the bathroom before I start this.
Yeah, certainly, because I don't even know how many hours that takes. But
Probably 6 to 8 hours.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have that much joy in running. I mean, I do it personally for being in shape and health. Like, I don't. I
So
just
that's where the obstacles were fun because you didn't know what you were doing in the Spartan race. You're like, oh, and it switched some shit up. And out of the thousands of runners, I was the only one intelligent enough where at the time you had iPods, and I wrapped my iPod with saran wrap like 3 times.
during the race.
Correct.
Oh,
And
okay.
I attached it, I had my armband, so I had it on my arm.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just plugged the cord into the saran wrap, pierced it through, and that had sound, which made it waterproof.
That's pretty smart. I don't know if I would have taken my phone. I just feel like it's chance of something happening.
Wasn't my phone at the time. This is when
Oh, the
we had iPods.
iPod.
So I was like, fuck it. If water does fuck this up, whatever.
It is what it is. Yeah, music is great when you're on a run or working out, man. Just get that boost when
Yeah, I
you're
was the
fall.
only one who had that.
I was gonna say you probably were one of the only ones.
Yeah, that was a genius move.
And that's why when I told you I was running the other day, I was trying to train a run without music because that just sucks when you're not used to it.
Yeah, but it doesn't. I mean, I see why you're doing it, but I don't think that would matter.
Yeah, you just got to learn to give yourself that second win. So, like, you kind of have to self motivate instead of, when the beat drops, now you're just picking up.
Yeah, but I mean, you also are motivated if you're with other people
That is
in
true. That
silence
is
as
true.
well. I mean, if yeah, group training there, you're just like, well, fuck that, fuck these guys. I'm gonna be the best.
Yeah, I just felt like when I was on the football team in high school, that would be the case. I'd get ahead of someone, and someone was just at a fast pace in front of me, and that's it. You just see them moving, I'm moving with you. Yeah,
I,
it's interesting.
oof, man, high school days. We can probably tell stories about them high school days.
Yeah, man. How many years? What? Oh man, over 10 years.
Long time. I tell you what, man, if you saw my freshman year photo in high school, and I've showed it a few times, but I am totally glad I grew up the way I grew up and now look the way I look.
You saying you grew into your looks?
I mean, they're not stellar, but they're much better than what they were.
For the record, man, I think they're stellar.
I appreciate that, but your boy got no traction back at 14.
I barely got any traction too, man. I definitely
Except when I was 14, though, I did make out with that girl who I cut her up with my braces I told you about the other day.
cut her up with the grills.
Yeah, cut her up with girls. And now she currently is on OnlyFans and I guess trying to be a porn star
Oh my
for
god.
$10 a subscription, which she probably has maybe one.
Hey man, everyone starts somewhere, right? We had one listener.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess, man. But you know what? Sometimes you just gotta rethink your strategies and your appearance.
Whoa. Yeah, I mean, if I don't know, not trying to be mean, but I guess if you don't have a certain attraction or whatever.
Well, I don't even mean that, but like if you have a kid and you ain't
Oh,
making money
that's a bad look
and
too.
and yeah, and you don't have, I guess, that aesthetic look where it could sell, or you don't have your in. I
Like
don't
a
know. You
like a
got
big booty.
yeah, something.
Yeah.
Like yo. I mean, you could be a heavy, beautiful woman and make that work for you.
No, many do.
Yeah, I'm all about it. Self confidence. That's what's up.
Yeah, self-confidence is sexy.
I'm not about it though when you're trying to be a porn star out of nowhere, like just because it's a trend and you think you can make some money right now.
Oh yeah, well maybe she's an entrepreneur. Let's try a different route.
I'm a fucking entrepreneur. You don't see me fucking on OnlyFans. Although one of my clients who is he's a musician or was, I used to consult with him. He created an OnlyFans. He's a top 1%. He created a video yesterday for 18 and older. He's like, I got a dick. That's nice. He's like, I got balls.
What the
They nice too. So I created a business. I was like, oh shit.
what the fuck?
Man, I was like, I can't even be mad at you. Like, yo, you doing records with Shaq and Kevin Gates. Like, you're a professional rapper, and you got women now paying to see your balls. I'm dope.
That's one way to make money. That's for sure. I don't know if I could be a porn star though. Too much onion in the public light. The light.
It's yeah, but this OnlyFans is not even like porn star ish. It's just like you show some provocative and exotic photos, and people are gonna pay for it.
Oh yeah. Well, so I guess sometimes you got to go live.
I don't know, but I mean, that's the dinger right there.
The dinger, a little low, but the dinger has gone off.
I always hear that dinger.
Certainly not a fire alarm. Only fans and Spartan race, ladies and gentlemen.
OnlyFans and Spartan races, yeah, yeah, and can you control your bowels?
Yes, thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed, had a good day, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Peace.